Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Grimgar. Today we are going to be looking at some things I've been doing while I've been kind of away. I don't know if anybody is really paying attention to the schedule of my videos, but they come out every Friday morning. Friday morning for me as a United States person who lives in the Midwest. And yeah, I've been working on things, and I often have trouble with showing what I've built while I'm building it. I don't know, there's something about the magic of still just playing Minecraft without anybody watching. And I'm trying to get over that because I know that variety is the spice of life. I want to do more types of Minecraft videos. I want to do more with this game than ever before. And I think in this current iteration of my channel, I think I'm on that path. I've been using Axiom, which is a mod. I've been using Axiom, which allows me to really quickly iterate in creative mode. I've been using Lightmatica to very quickly put up builds. And there's just a lot of change happening. But this update today is a little bit more of my old style. I've finished my nether hub and changed my portal around, and it's very the blocks aren't really mixed up in a palette as much in this build. I can go over it later and change the blocks to make it have more variety and look a little different, but I actually really like the freestyle product that I've made here today. My nether hub is made 100% on the fly here. So, oh look here, there's my flag now. I was making a flag and playing around with the snout banner pattern, and I was trying to think, how can I make a cool banner without needing the other banner patterns? Because I don't really have that many right now. And somehow I came up with this cool symbol that I think kind of looks like the claw in a claw machine. And I'm really good at claw machines, and I really enjoy playing claw machines. So I think this kind of fits my style. But I also think it looks cool. It looks like maybe either a claw machine or just, it's a cool symbol in general. Maybe like the silhouette of a potion with no bottom for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it gets darker at the bottom. That kind of thing. But we go down these stairs, and we could just jump off of this thing, but really, I wanted to make it easier for pedestrians to get in here as well. And of course, I brought my Happy Ghast in here. He's been helping me build this place without scaffolding. So he's really nice. I gotta name this Ghast. If you have an idea for a Ghast name that isn't Ghasty McGhastface. Although Ghastface Killer might be kind of fun. But anyway, this is the hole. This is here on purpose so that when I turn my shaders off and I drink a potion and I go into the lava lakes to explore for ancient debris, when I come back, I can just fly up in here and get back to safety. The nether hub, it is a little bit, like I said, one note on the blocks, but I just think it looks cool. I don't know. I just think it's neat. I did it on the fly. I don't follow football, but the color scheme on the bottom kind of makes me look like I'm probably a Dolphins fan in someone's eyes, but I just really like that color combo. It just kind of pops. Eventually, I might finish this off by putting in some end rods down here across these. I just think that like that would look cool as an additional lighting source, brighten this place up a little bit more. But even with shaders, even with all of that in mind, I don't know, I'm getting good vibes. Now, what is this nonsense you're probably thinking on the sides here? Oh yeah, I need to get rid of, speaking of nonsense. Well, I need to get rid of these, shelves that are still here. Maybe I'll just break them right now. These are my new... This is my new inventory management idea. I haven't 100% figured out what it's going to be yet, but let's look at the nether one. So it says nether. What does that mean? Well, these are for my nether adventures. I have quick access to some potions that I will refill manually. And then in these chests, I'll probably put things that I would need on my nether adventures. Potentially, like, you know, storing rockets here and stuff like that. But a kitty corner to this one is the inventory one, and I also have rockets in here. This is going to be for elytra and rockets. I've got armor and weapons, tools, books, and adventuring equipment. And by adventuring equipment, I mean probably like boats, things that I might need. And at the top, I put these signs to denote which side I'm going to put my fortune tools on and which side I'm going to put my silk touch tools on. And I think I'm trying to build up a inventory of 3 of each. I've got 3 silk touch pickaxes so far. But yeah, the shelves intrigue me, and I kind of want to get used to, like, train my brain to using them in this way because it's super convenient. I don't know what's going to go in these 3 yet, but there's another idea I had, which is, so this one's called disc. This is all about things I'm going to need for adventuring to get discs. So one of them will probably be like Deep Dark, and so, you know, think wool and snowballs and things like that. Things that I might need in a Deep Dark adventure. Eventually wool stairs, which I really love that they're bringing those soon. But yeah, any of these could be a chest related to a specific disc related adventure. And then also another idea I had was, like, instead of having my to-do list in one spot, I could, like, use these different things which represent, like, either a need or an adventuring type. Deep Dark, Trial Chamber, Nether, End Adventure. Yeah, those are the 4 that I could think of that I would probably prefer doing the most, because obviously there's a lot of different adventures and things to do in Minecraft, but we don't always do all of those things. Yeah, and here I'll eventually put the disc farm supplies. That's what I was trying to talk about, is this is my to-do list, sort of like this. I can put signs up on these different categories, and that will help me remember what to do on the basis of the biome, or the, not necessarily a biome, but because we have nether, but environment. What's the environment I'm going into? What's the trials that I'm going to face? What kind of things am I going to need in my inventory? What am I going to discover? And in the end, what is life really all about? And then right here, I put this chest for overflow. This is both a joke and not a joke at the same time. Like, I could see myself shoving random crap in my inventory here when I need to really quickly go somewhere, and then it'll be inconvenient for me later to go through it and sort it all and put it away. And it's also kind of like, oh, it's the overflow chest of my storage system, which is not a mechanical storage system at all. It's completely manual. But it's just the way that my brain works. I think it'll really help to do these things. And then eventually maybe I'll expand into putting things on these shelves as well, but I really can't think of anything. Like, maybe for the Deep Dark, swiftness potions, so I can get around even faster or something while I'm soul sneaking or whatever it's called. But that's essentially it for the Nether Hub for now. I really don't have any other plans as of yet, but there's plenty of space. There's plenty of room for activities. Yeah, that's it on this portion of today's stuff. Oh, I kind of forgot to say, though, that I've definitely changed my portal. It's much larger, and that's how I got the ghast in here. Oh, it's just becoming... Oh, the sun is rising. That's great. We came at exactly the right time. So, yeah, the portal is bigger. It's much louder. I'll get out of that area because that's very loud. But I don't know how to decorate this yet. Not much else has changed with the house, except for, of course, now I've got my flags up in the front. But the one thing I wanted to show you that I'm working on that has been, since day one of this house, neglected, is the basement. And it is not finished yet, but I did want to show it off. Because I thought of this idea, and I'm sure someone else has used it before. But doesn't that just look like the subfloor in the roof of a basement? Like, it's just got that vibe. It really fits. And we've got a wine cask. That's the thing, is I want to put in, like, right here and here. I'm going to use statues and bottles, and I'm going to make racks of wine. I just wanted it's got to have a rustic, realistic feel. That's what this base is all about. It's an experiment in decorative things at a smaller scale than I've ever really worked with before. I was hoping that that would kind of like force me to rethink that process a little bit. Obviously there's still a little bit to be finished here and there. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a hole in there that needs to be filled with. We'll go with some stone bricks. But as we move towards this area, so this is in episode whatever, I can't remember what episode it was, but I found a archaeology site, and that's where I found the relic disc, which is my favorite disc. And now I'm just starting to make a staircase downward, because I want to make a real mine, a miner's mine, a dwarf mine. Yes, it's going to be attached to the house, which makes it slightly unrealistic, but at some point up the stairs here and towards the basement, there will eventually be some sort of, contraption, probably a piston door that you have to step through some. Yeah, I think a piston door would be great right here. To step on some pressure plates and get through it. Because mobs don't really do well with those kind of doors. And also, obviously the plan is to make the entrance to the mine completely safe. But along the way, we'll probably run into some issues, so. Tell you what, I hadn't really made much of a plan other than to show you this new stuff. So how about we show a time lapse of me installing a piston door, because I think that's what needs to happen. Is I need to install a piston door before I finish the rest of this room, and that's kind of what I wanted. The other thing I wanted to do today is figure out what block is going to go on the walls, how the walls are going to look, and I think it's time that we got started on that. So here it goes. All right, now that time lapse is over, you know two things. One, one is that, I can conjure thunder. Two is that this piston door has a very small footprint. And three, that I'm not very good at redstone. It took me 45 minutes to do all that. But yeah, let me show you what I've done here. This door will not be openable from this side. And as I'm talking about this, I want to mention that this floor is going to get replaced with packed mud, maybe some dirt and some mud bricks, because I was looking into like 1800s and back at what cellars were like. And apparently a lot of them had like a packed dirt, packed mud floor, because that preserved some of the natural humidity that comes from inside of a lot of ground, or rather underground conditions are such that you want to maintain... I'm sorry. Let me rephrase all that. Underground conditions are good for storing things like vegetables and alcohol and wine and stuff like that. And one of the conditions of being underground is that it's nearly constantly about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius, probably like 12 Celsius. And the other thing, I keep losing my train of thought. No, so you wanted to keep it at a low humidity, at a relative humidity, like that is constant. And so that's why you would have packed dirt or packed mud floors, because those floors would promote an environment that the floors are porous. That's the words I want. The floors are porous, so that that cooling effect, that humidity effect, is not deterred by local conditions like this stone here. The stone is not very permeable by air or by moisture, so you're not going to be able to maintain the same environment with this floor. So eventually this floor is going. But that is all to say as well that the walls around here are going to change at some point. I haven't decided what the walls are going to look like, but that's okay because now I've got this set up here. Obviously I can get over it right now with this, which is okay and fine, but then we can actually see how the pudding is made, or how the sausage gets made, you should say. I should say. Wow, I cannot talk in this part of the episode, but I'm excited because I'm actually I've actually done something that I haven't done in a while, which is use redstone. So I guess I'm just excitable from that. But as you can see, this system is linked to an upward signal that you might have noticed that in my video, or my time-lapse video. But if we go all the way to the top here, there is redstone that is connected to this chiseled bookshelf. And that is because I want this entrance to be secret in a sense. It's not so secret to you. It's not like I'm trying to keep any of my I'm not trying to keep any people who play on my server out of my mine shaft, but I do think that it adds to the aesthetic of the build if there's this hidden area here. And now I have to use scaffolding to get on the other side because I cannot open this, and I'm not going to break that stone. But yeah, that's it. That's the piston door. But if I go upstairs, I can show you how it works. So I'm not very good with logic gates. I'm not very good with any of that. But I think that it's nice and simple. I gotta put some stuff away really quick here. I have too many things in my inventory all the time. Alright, that should be good. So yeah. The thing about these bookshelves is when you take a book out, I don't think that has any effect. Well, actually, let's check. Oh, that does have an effect. So, that unloads the last data that was stored. I think, like, basically, like, it overrides the last time you took a book out. No. I am terrible at explaining this, but basically, when you take a book out, it sends a certain redstone signal. Or when you put a book in, it sends a certain redstone signal. And so the green book is open. And now that I've put it back, you can see the door hasn't moved. So yeah, it's definitely when you take it out. When you take out a book, kind of like, you know, in those movies like Young Frankenstein, or like any Frankenstein movie where there's like a hidden passageway hidden behind a bookcase. That's kind of the vibe we're going for here. But now if I take this book out, the blue book, then it closes again. So, obviously, like when I'm going down, I'll want to pull the green book, and I can also put it back, just so that nobody would know. And then I just come down here and I can go in there. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe I can even test it right now. Like, would I be able to shut this off with a lever over here? And see, this is how bad I am at redstone. I have no idea what I'm doing. That just adds more signal. Yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to figure out if there's any way I could bypass that signal to be able to close it. But at any rate, even if it's left open, what I'm going to do is right here there will be in these two spots there's going to be like sweet berries with a carpet or maybe some moss carpet over it. That will prevent any mobs that may be in my house or in the mines from getting into the house. So there will be some protection. The secretive nature of this piston door is, I think, purely just for the adventure and fun of it. It's not supposed to be keeping people out, per se. It's not like if they wanted to, they couldn't just get rid of these blocks and break into my mine either way. So it's not really that big of a deal. But if I am able to figure out how I can possibly route this in a way such that that gets turned off, like that's, I think, the problem. Maybe I need to power. Maybe what would happen is I would need to like, maybe what I need to do is find a way to power that separately. Oh no. So I would need to, yeah, let's see here. I would need to maybe bring this over one more block so those don't connect. See, I don't know, because like now that that's pointing that direction, is it even being affected by that? Let's see here. This is all very rudimentary, folks. You know, it's not my... Oh! That works for me. I mean, then I could come in here and I could just close it. Well, that's something to futz with. You know, this is a learning experience. But, yeah, I think, you know, I think that's about it, though, for this episode, guys. My brain is clearly fogged up. It's middle of the work week right now, so... I just want to make sure I get something out there to show you what I've been doing. I know I have not been building on screen as much. I know that is kind of what people look for sometimes. But yeah, I'm just going with the flow. I'm doing things that feel good. I've been consistently making stuff. I think this is like episode... I don't count episodes, but this is like episode 11 of this series, so... I just want to throw out there that, you know, if you've been watching this far, why don't you give this video a like, a comment, a subscribe, and share it with a friend who likes Minecraft. Yeah. I'm sure I will have come up with some other changes by the next time you see me. Yeah, that's it. That's all my brain can really dish out right now, so... Have a good weekend, guys. Bye-bye.
Chicken jockey!